Here we go.
Here we go. And it should broadcast in a few seconds.
If not right now,
We are the beautiful people in the camera.
I am the beautiful.
You're the young and the bold. So, let's just check it out. Yeah, pretty nice. We are the beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
My hair is too long. And hey everyone, welcome to the live show. And nice to have everybody on board. So, this is From the Couch, episode number 12.
12, 3
12.
months.
12,
3
not
months
bad.
already.
And this is March 30th, 2017. This shows every Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 2000 hours Universal Time. And we are happy to be here as usual. And my co-host, Gabriel, how are you?
What's up? I'm good.
You're good, you're good.
Yes, I am good.
Yeah, I am in a mood to kill somebody.
Oh,
but
yeah? Well, as long as it's not me.
since I'm in a live show, I will not do it because everybody will see and that will count as proof for the police.
Okay. But I can give you a few names if you really want someone. I have a few people I would like to get rid of too.
Oh, I forgot. Your brother has a rage room for that now.
Yeah, that's true. He's the
okay.
partner owner of a rage room right now.
Okay, that could be very useful to me. So welcome, Gab. Nice to have
Nice to see you once again.
you on board. And whose turn is it to start? Really? Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, and hello everybody in the chat room. Nice to have you here. And hope you enjoyed today's show as usual. And if anything's wrong, we'll let us know. I already see something that's probably gonna have to be fixed after I do my first news. So my first news: YouTube, 250 advertisers and big names. You know, I mean Pepsi.
Okay.
You know, when you lose Pepsi, it's like you lose a big chunk.
Yeah.
And so 250 advertisers, they're annoyed at the fact that, and I think it's fair, they're annoyed at the fact that some of their ads are on extremist videos.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's okay, you know, I mean, I would not want to have my brand next to some kind of extremist or terrorist or
Even
whatever.
In some cases, it was even like a government advertisement.
Yep.
So what the heck?
So, you know, I do understand that why they're boycotting. I do think, you know, like everything in Google, and of course, I'm going to bite the hand that gives me a little bit of money, but Google has, you know, everything automated in their ads and the way things work, but it has a major flaw. That automation, unfortunately, is far from being good enough for what's happening with YouTube. It's, you know, I've been wondering if, you know, of course, I see things, for example, on my radio channel, when I have a radio station from Iran, if I post a video, they tell me immediately, or sometimes many weeks later, oh, sorry, we don't have advertisers for that video. But I did have that happen from time to time on a video that's been there for 2 years, 3 years, and one morning you wake up and it's like, oh, that video on Saudi Arabia station, we can't put ads on it. And it's been there for 2 years and a half, monetized. So, you know what? I think the problem, we could see it with this. It's been there 2 years and a half. Somebody says, I don't want to have a Pepsi ad with, you know, I don't know, Iran something. And then it takes 2 years, 3 years for Google to finally say, oh, we can't monetize this. You know, it has to be immediate. It has to really happen now, not later. And I think that's...
Or sometimes they change their algorithm and the robot decides that, oh, well, no, this doesn't fit.
Yeah, so, okay. I know that, you know, Google stands to lose up to $1 billion with this. That's kind of a lot of money. And also, of course, I'm on another side. I'm on the AdSense side where I get money. And I'm a YouTuber, so the impact and AdSense has been extremely bizarre this week. And I mean really weird. Just today, as we were going live, I was looking at my views. 30% less than what I'm used to seeing. Yet, the monetization was about 40%, 50% more than what I'm used to. It's very, very bizarre, and I don't know if it has something to do with this. If Google's scrambling into, changing that, but of course, they're trying to make it better. They said to the advertisers, we're going to give you more power over where you want your ads to be shown, which I think is a good thing.
I think
especially since you're paying for ads. Knowing where they go is a good thing. It's almost as if, they didn't care and there would be cigarette ads on a kid's video, for example, So, I think they need to do something. Now, these 250 advertisers, will they come back at some point? Are they lost forever?
I don't think they're lost forever, but until some major change happens, they probably won't be back.
One of the things, what I would be scared with Google on this, is what? Is if, for example, Pepsi removes their ads and they have several $1 million a year they spend there, and they notice that by removing web ads, there's no change in sales. Because one of the things that you also got to know, have you noticed, I sure noticed, that even when there's these little banners on the bottom, I tend to close them.
Yeah, I do.
And
I don't even read what's
I don't even know what the ad was about. And even in a page, now this is YouTube, but even in pages, have you noticed that there's ads everywhere? And it's like you're focused on something? You never saw the ads.
Unless it's really a big logo. You would see blue, red, and white with a circle. Okay, you would know even by not looking at it that it's Pepsi.
Yeah.
But
or
most of the time
there are things that do jump in my face. For example, I bought a microwave online, and when I went to Facebook, there's microwave ads everywhere. Now I do notice that because
on Amazon.
Yeah, But anyways, the impact is going to be significant, and we'll see. Let's hope that it doesn't expand to more companies, and let's hope that they can resolve this and make things better. And let's cross our fingers that the impact on my side or our side is not going to be too much of a problem. Also, so that's pretty much what I have to say with this little boycott here. That's not cool.
Well, speaking of companies that I won't say are not doing well, but are having trouble, GameStop, which here is EB Games, they plan to close up to 225 stores in 2017 due to poor sales during last holiday season.
Wow.
Okay, they have like 7,500 stores in the world, but still, they plan to close 200 of them. And they put the blame on big boxes like Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, whatever else, because these big places, they always get rebates and discount for you buyers on games and bundles, which GameStop often cannot afford because they don't have enough power. And even the digital market, when you buy your games online, people tend to buy less game in GameStop and just buy them online, or when they are at Walmart doing their grocery, they will go into the tech section and buy games there. So when they released their report for the last quarter, even the hardware section, they dropped by 30% over the last year, and that's counting that the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 Pro, and PlayStation VR sold pretty well. Xbox One, best quarter ever. PlayStation Pro just came out, and PlayStation VR, it's over expectations. And GameStop sold 30% less hardware than last year.
Don't you think it's because people buy online?
I think partially it's because people buy online. They put the blame also, like I said, on big places like Walmart because
of course.
you often get bundles with discount, which GameStop might not get.
Yeah.
I also heard that this year they were gonna be pretty rough, pretty going for used games. Trying to collect them and make specials for it.
One of the things I've always noticed, now we're talking about GameStop, but when I used to be more of a PC gamer and I went to a store like this that was specialized in gaming, I always found that it was more expensive
Usually
than
it is.
everywhere else.
Usually it is, and even when you look at used games, okay, the game is sometimes they will give you $10, not even that, $5 if you bring your game back, and they're gonna try to sell it like 55.
Yeah.
But like for $10 more, you get a brand new one that you are sure will work.
And there's a resell that's not the same. Can you resell a PlayStation 4 game?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and Xbox you can?
Yeah, you can. You can.
So this still works.
Yeah, it still works.
Okay.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah, they do plan to open like a few other store with collectibles. Like we often see here in Montreal, or on that picture you can see. With goodies and stuff, not just games, which I think will help. Because honestly, I buy my games online most of the time. But when I want goodies, I prefer to go there for goodies than for games, personally.
Okay.
My games, I do buy them online most of the time because, when a game comes out, if I don't go near a GameStop, I will prefer to order it like on Amazon, where it will just be delivered at my place.
Yeah.
Sorry. What did you do?
Just I got this tiny page because I just. Anyways, but it's exactly also the same.
And even AAA titles that didn't sell as expected. One of them was the last Call of Duty. It is the best-selling game of 2016, but didn't sell as much as they expected. So I don't know. Maybe I think like you said, the online market is hurting them too.
Yeah, because when I was younger and there were no real internet stores, one of the things for sure is that you would go to these places because that's the only place where there's everything you need.
Yeah.
Even though they were expensive, they had everything you need. Today, I look, just thinking of an Xbox. You know what? I would not go get a physical box with the Xbox in a store. I'd go on Amazon or some website that has a deal.
Yeah.
And say, oh, I'm getting the Xbox One here.
Yeah.
And I'd get it at home. And I think that's slowly.
And it's true that whenever you look a little bit everywhere, GameStop rarely have...
I'm flashing. Sorry. They want to know what's on my shirt.
GameStop rarely have any deals. And when you look either on Amazon, on Steam, on the PlayStation store, on the Xbox Live store, if you go around stores, there's always one that will have, a discount somewhere.
Yeah.
GameStop rarely has any.
Maybe they have some kind of, probably they have some kind of overhead that's so expensive in how the stores work. They just can't afford to drop the prices because they won't make money.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's also a problem, And let's face it, if anyone that wants to buy something, I'm sorry, but almost 99% of the time you'll get it cheaper online.
Yeah.
And delivered.
Yeah, it's gonna cut.
So you're saving money, and you don't even have to go somewhere.
With the shipping, it's gonna be the same cost as in the store.
I'd go there to look at things.
Yeah.
But not necessarily to buy things.
When I go near one, I do enter and check what are the goodies there that they are selling. But otherwise, I mean...
Well, so that's not good news for GameStop.
No. So 200 stores to close in 2017. and we'll see.
There
will still have like 7,300 stores.
We have GameStops here in
Games.
In Montreal. Here it's EB Games.
EB Games.
It's not the same chain, or it's related.
Same. It is the same.
It is the same chain.
It's just depending on which country. Okay. I believe. I'm not sure, but I believe Australia is also EB Games.
Okay, but it's the same company.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The top is the same. EB Games and GameStop are the same.
Okay. Cool. So well,
but
I think
I still like to go to GameStop once in a while.
Well, if there's an EB game, for example, I have to say if I won't make a detour.
No.
But if there's one while I'm going somewhere, I might go in just to look at stuff. Even though I'm not a gamer anymore, really. I still like going inside and looking at stuff.
When you're not a gamer, they still have like these statue of like Captain America or Harley Quinn and other stuff from Star Wars. You might find something you would like.
Yeah, absolutely. So okay, so no, not good news.
No.
That means so they're closing here. Any news? Do you know if Montreal could be impacted with EB Games or something? Sometimes the markets are so different from one place to the other.
It's 200 200 among 14 countries where they are set. So maybe a few around here, but we'll see. I don't think the big ones like at the Place Versailles or Galerie d'Anjou will close.
There's these
smaller places, I think.
And sometimes there's these countries that have a special something different. Like here the Source stores, which were at the beginning the Source by Circuit City. In the United States,
it's still Radio Shack.
They just closed down the Source by Circuit City, and the ones here in Canada stayed open because here they make money, but not in the U.S.
Yeah, same for Target. We had Target here, which was Zellers. And
it was horrible. That was a horrible fiasco thing.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars to open something that you closed 6 months later.
Yeah.
That was something. By the way, talking just quickly of Radio Shack, they're all closing down in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So that's sad. Sad for me. Sad for me.
Mm.
Okay. Would you sue Microsoft because you lost data? Because you update, say, on April 11th, you'll have an update to Creators Update, and you lose all your data. Do you think that it's worth it that you could sue Microsoft, or is it because you're too lazy to make a backup? What's your take on this? Just by curiosity.
I think Microsoft doesn't have to assume that you do a backup.
Okay.
So yes, I believe this is a case of where.
Okay, I'm on the tech guy side, so
unless it's in the fine prints and the user agreement.
Yeah.
I think you could possibly sue them, especially when you're like CBC or Fox. If you are on Windows and you lose everything because of an update and you don't have a backup.
Yeah, because they're suing. They're suing with they claim that Microsoft failed to exercise reasonable care in designing, formulating, and manufacturing the Windows 10 upgrade and placing it into the stream of commerce. As a result of its failure to exercise reasonable care, the company distributed an operating system that was liable to cause loss of data or damage hardware. Now that part, please, baloney, okay? Windows does not break your PC.
No.
And you know what? I said that on my channel. I've got an amazing amount of emails and posts of Windows can break your computer. No, in the sense of breaking your computer. No, okay, please.
But like I said on this, if it's in the fine prints of the user agreement, okay, fine. If it's not, maybe before doing an update, telling you. Be warned that you should do a backup.
But don't you think that every user should have a backup of important stuff?
I think they should.
Because
but
not just for Windows. I'm not talking just for Windows.
If you are old granny, 75 years old,
well,
and you have
what? I have tons of old grannies that do backups.
Well, I know tons that won't. Where I work, especially.
And I think it's just across the board. You know what? Nobody does a backup, and I see it as a tech guy. And your hardware can have a failure, and your computer, you can't get your stuff back.
Most of my stuff is backed up.
What are you going to do? You're going to sue Microsoft because your Surface Pro 4 broke down and you lost all your data?
Well, I do have a backup, so it's no big deal. But I do a backup like once every 6 months, maybe.
I get the drift.
I don't back up my stuff every day. So sometimes I will spend 6 months without backing it up. And if I get something important, sometimes it does take time before I think about it every day. But,
so you think this has a chance?
I think it does. If it's not in the agreement, I believe it does.
Okay.
And if there was no warning whatsoever that the update could possibly result in a loss of files in any kind, I believe it could.
Look at the part that I just can't handle.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it says, Tiffany Watson commented that her computer upgraded to Windows 10 without her permission. Yes and no, because in your face you had a little something that said, hey, we're going to upgrade this day, this time. And that's when Windows 10 was free. It did say on your screen.
Yeah.
And don't think that because you closed the little X that it postponed anything.
No, that I agree.
Okay.
And if you're unsure, call your tech guy.
The machine could not be repaired despite hiring a company called Geek Squad to attempt it. And ultimately, she was forced to purchase a new PC. I'm sorry, but if Windows 10 upgraded and messed up, you just reinstall from scratch and your PC is still working. That part I have a lot of problems with.
That part, if the Microsoft loses on some part, it won't be for everything, of course. But this part, Microsoft would surely win. But for the possible damage to the PC or loss of files, like I said, if there is no warning whatsoever, I think they could be in hot water.
Microsoft's answer.
Good.
The Windows 10 free upgrade program was a choice designed to help people take advantage of the most secure and most productive Windows. That looks so, made like really.
You say this and we'll see in court.
Customers had the option not to upgrade to Windows 10. Okay, here I will put a little something. Customers had the option to not to upgrade to Windows 10. I'm sorry, on this part you're losing because it was damn hard to really know that you didn't want to have it, and it was damn hard. And for that I'm sorry, Microsoft. No, you're you kind of forced the hand of a lot of people. If a customer who upgraded during the 1-year program needed help with the upgrade experience, we had numerous options, including free customer support and 31 days to roll back to their old operating systems. We believe the plaintiff's claims are without merit.
Well, of course they're going to answer that.
Okay.
Of course.
So, but last year, that there's a woman that sued Microsoft over the forced Windows 10 upgrade and won $10,000 judgment. Oh. So, okay. Yeah, we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to follow this story.
Yeah, but
and see what happens.
I think Microsoft could possibly be in some trouble. I think they could.
Can I pretend that I didn't want to have Windows 10? I don't think it's going to work in my case.
I didn't want Windows 10 on my Surface Pro 4. It was there when I bought it.
And it broke my Surface.
Yeah.
It broke my Surface. I want to have a refund plus $10,000. What are you going to do with it? Buy another Surface. So anyways, we'll see where this goes. It's interesting because I have my own way of thinking. I'm a tech guy. Of course, for me, a backup is important. I, as a tech guy, of course, also see that nobody backs up. And it's interesting to see that in your case, you think, well, an upgrade shouldn't mess up my data.
If there is no warning whatsoever that it could possibly happen in a 1 in a million case, I don't think it should. It's like how
But how about if
like
in the fine print they say it should go okay, but we're telling you there's a possibility it might not.
Well, then it's written. You sign for it. Okay. I have nothing to say
Because
there.
of course nobody reads that.
No, nobody does. But if it's written, I cannot say anything. It's written.
You tell me you didn't read the 276 pages that said that your Surface Pro 4 could explode in your face, and you could be a paraplegic for the rest of your life, and you got to say thank you, Microsoft, I love you.
No,
and kiss their butt.
And speaking of it, because of that, Microsoft did call me to make me a human centipede.
That's the way it's working. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll see. And it's
you should watch the South Park episode about it.
Okay, I will. I will. Okay, so anyways, we'll see what happens with that, and we'll see what do the judge think about it.
Yeah.
So, what else do you have to say?
Well, one of my favorite subjects, Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Well, this week, I'm just going to take my notes here, because I don't know what I'm saying.
That's the reason why you're here.
Final Fantasy 14, which is a massive multiplayer online game, one of the two Final Fantasy Online, 11 and 14. Has been out for a few years now, I believe when was it released? 2013, I think.
Okay.
And, over the years, of course, they try to keep their audience, their players, and to get new, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And now the trial period for the game, if you want to try it for free, before this week, there was a limited time of 14 days you could play.
Okay.
Now they remove the time limit, so you can play for as long as you want and try everything. Of course, your level cap as a trial member will only be like level 30 to 35. And I think this is cool because there are still 2 million people playing every month Final Fantasy XIV online. I played it myself because I wanted to play Final Fantasy XIV, obviously. I'm not a big fan of online games, but what is fun of Final Fantasy XIV is that there is close to no online required mission. You can do almost everything by yourself, all the story, except for a few dungeons. And then, once you completed the game, if you want to go further and do these big side quests and, I don't know, beat the Behemoth King at don't know which place, which cavern, you can then choose to do the quest with other players. But what is fun of Final Fantasy XIV is that you can do it almost completely alone. So you don't need to subscribe anymore to play. I think it's like it doesn't cost that much to subscribe for a year, and just because we are on Final Fantasy XIV, the new expansion coming out in June, Stormblood, will raise the level cap from 60 to 70, bring new classes, new areas, new dungeons, items, and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the game is available on PC and PS4. It is a really good game. I don't like MMOs, like I mentioned, but the game itself is really good. It is really cool. Playing it in HD is just amazing. Okay. On 58 inches.
Okay.
And I think, it's free. You have to buy the game, but if you want to play for as long as you want and just explore, it is free now. So I think it's cool. And if you want to subscribe, just do it. If you like MMOs, it is a really good one. I have friends who still plays. Like I said, there are still like 2 million players playing every month. Mm-hmm. So 2 million time like $20 or I don't know.
Okay.
There's still plenty of money going to them.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and it's a nice change from like World of Warcraft. It's kind of the same kind of universe but different. And it's a cool game, and it's going free for as long as you want.
I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I am.
I know you're a big fan.
I am.
Okay.
And by the way, apparently that the first expansion pack for Final Fantasy 15 is quite boring.
Okay. Well, that starts bad.
Well, if I just go quickly on that subject, now I mentioned in previous shows that Final Fantasy 15 seemed like it was not a very a complete game. You know, players complained of Chapter 13 being too long for nothing. Some cutscenes should have been there, and some story about players that you're like, okay, well, why did they drop it? We want to know what happened, what's his motivation. And now they took out the first DLC about the character of Gladio, and apparently it just doesn't bring anything new to the story.
Okay.
And I think it's like $5. I didn't pay for it. I will not pay for any additional content on any game.
These games are like a good movie. It's a full story, and you get really immersed in that world and that what's happening.
And in Final Fantasy, I'm expecting to get a full story, a full 50-hour story. I don't care, but all in the game. But then when the 15 came out, when the players started complaining, then they made a statement like, oh, well, we will then do some new content for the game and we will sell it to you for $5 every time. Okay, yeah, why not include? I paid $90
no, it should be.
I paid $90 for the game.
You paid $10.
Okay.
Okay, $5 for extra stuff.
Okay.
I'll take it. But at $90, at $90,
I paid the collectors that cost me around $200.
At $90, everything should be in here.
I paid the collector almost $200.
Or do two pricing. At $40 you got this, and at $90 you get everything.
And don't sell me a season pass, please. Yeah. It's not better.
No, I wouldn't like that either. And you know, these games when they're really good, you know, you can't wait to see the next one.
I mean,
and the stakes are high. I mean, when it's really, really good, and when you better do a damn good game also.
A good game, in my opinion, a good game is a complete game. And look at completely other style of game. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still one of the best-selling game, even 4 years after it launched. And everything they released for it is always free. You don't have to pay anything unless you want stuff that won't help you advance in the game. You know, cosmetics and in-game money. You can pay for it, but it won't help you in the end. So,
okay.
A good game, I believe, should be complete. It is really, it pisses me off. Of course.
I'm looking at how much. I'm trying to find out how much it costs to make these games, but these are
well, it
very expensive.
It will cost, in the, I believe, in the tenth of millions, probably because of the development time. And Final Fantasy 15 took they've been working on it for 10 years. It was supposed to be Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
Yeah.
Then it got transformed into Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
And it took 10 years to develop.
Okay.
But still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Final Fantasy 14 going free trial unlimited. Woohoo!
Okay, why not?
Let's go back to our main subjects.
Hey, we now have a date.
You have a date?
Yes, I have a date. With Grapple Pearls. I'm meeting her this weekend. You probably are going to be one of the first to get that update. Okay. Creators update, the next version of Windows 10, April 11th release.
Okay.
We also learned that the build 15063 that I've been playing with for the last 2 weeks is the Creators update. We were waiting for some kind of confirmation. It is. So basically, that's what I got here, Creators update. That's what you see there, Creators update. And
that's why your computer is fucked up?
No, it's actually working really, really well on both versions.
Oh, surprising.
And
I'm surprised.
It's very solid and very, very nice. Yeah, there were some glitches. He was a witness to the few glitches of the earlier builds that were doing little things on the computer, but now it's working really, really well. So April 11th, where half of the planet is going to be scared as hell of an upgrade on their computers, because it's just funny. This week I was just talking about that on my live show on Tuesday, and I think almost everybody, except a few that are more tech enthusiasts, were saying, I'm scared as hell of Creators Update, what it's going to do to my PC.
Yeah.
And, it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be scared like that. I can tell you that. So,
Windows wants to break your computer.
yes, and you'll be able, Great Ball Pearls, if it breaks your computer, join the class action lawsuit that it broke your computer, and who knows, you'll maybe be rich. Well, the lawyers will be rich, but anyways. So look, it's nice. I've been doing my full review. It's actually so extensive that I decided to do it in 9 parts.
Oh God.
7 are online right now, and 2 parts missing that I won't have time to put today, so I'll put them tomorrow.
2 parts are missing. What are you doing during the week?
Yeah, I'm just sitting at home grabbing my butt.
Okay.
And drinking beer.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what you look
like. So it could. Oh man, that's French. Listen. It could is listen. I just had a French word get out. It's funny because when I did the review, I took notes. Yeah. Okay. The tech guy with tons of computers took notes on sheets of paper with a pen.
What's paper?
I had about 20 sheets of paper all scattered here that I would pick up to do my videos. And the cat came here, saw the paper, and said, "Oh, it's a game," and started running around with the paper and going crazy. And I was like, okay, where's page 6? I'm supposed to do part 4 now. Where's part 4? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. You're sitting on part 4. I need that sheet of paper. It was funny in a way. And anyways, for those that really would like to have it right now, okay, it's available. On the Windows Insider page, they've released what we call the image, which is what you need to install Windows. And it's 15063, the number that you see. It's Creators Update. You can use that on any computer, and you will have the latest release of Windows 10 on your PC now instead of waiting April 11th. But my personal recommendation, with Anniversary Update, we saw that the first week or 2, things weren't perfect. And what I recommend is, don't hurry. Don't push it, and wait until it arrives on your PC. What's going to happen is going out in waves. What we know is that there are some PCs, the newest PCs will have it on April 11th. And the older your computer is, the farther back it's going to have that update, sometime maybe a few weeks, a few months after. Just look at now, Anniversary Update, which was released last year on August 2nd, it's still only about 94% of PCs, 6% of Windows 10 computers didn't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
And we're already in the new version.
Okay.
And AdDuplex had a really interesting number. They were saying that when they looked online to see the versions of Windows 10, probably is going to be the same here. On Anniversary Update, after 60 days, 35% of all Windows 10 computers were updated.
Okay.
But after 90 days, it was 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So don't expect to have it right away for a lot of people. And wait for it, because the telemetry of your PC, that thing that everybody goes crazy for privacy reasons? Well, that is what is going to happen. They look at the telemetry, they see what type of PC you got, they know if it's compatible or not. If it is, they push it. If they see something might not go right, they wait. And when they fix it and they're ready for you, then they push it. And what we've seen with Anniversary Update, everybody who pushed it instead of waiting had more problems than the average. So wait for it. Okay? And if you're really scared, well, you can use that little trick in your settings. If you're on Wi-Fi, you can go into metered connection and turn it on. Metered connection will stop every update from your machine. So that will not download. And if you feel confident at some point, you can turn it on. But I don't think you should do that. But anyways, I'm the guy taking risks. So let me do the testing and let me take the risks and do ranting videos every now and then where I say that this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
We should do a show about ranting about everything we don't like in the industry.
You know what? I have an idea of a show that I want to call Anything Goes.
Oh God.
And
we already take 3 beers before.
We take 3 beers before and 3 beers. No, we take 3 beers before and vodka while we're doing the show. And after the show, we're going to be trashed. So
by YouTube or
it's gonna look like the Christmas show. So anyways, don't hurry. And for the quick questions here, there's no key. You don't need a key in Windows 10. It's a digital signature. Your PC is already registered with your Microsoft account and Microsoft in Windows 10. So you never need a key in Windows 10. It's unnecessary to have a key. So and of course there's no there's no freebie. So if you're on, that I always get this. If I get the Insider 15063, I get a free Windows. No, you don't. You'll have a little watermark on the bottom right is going to say, hey, it expires in 3 months because your PC is not a valid PC. So you're not getting a free pass with the Insider. That a lot of people think that, I got a free pass. No, you don't. You're stuck at being an Insider forever if you don't want it to expire. That's pretty much what's happening. So, happy Creators Update, everyone. And please don't be scared, even though I know a lot of you are. And, I'm happy. I like the fact that there's new features and new stuff. It's not the biggest feature-wise, but it's cool, Anyways, you'll see. You'll be able to use Paint 3D to do 3D stuff.
Why would I need that?
That's exactly what most people will say.
Well, I know someone who's got a 3D printer who might like it, but
yeah, that's possible. But
personally, I don't. I still need to own a 3D printer.
Yeah.
I would like to print every Pokemon.
You know what I'm sad? They announced today that they have an app for our devices that they showed and demonstrated in the last event that they made, where you could take a 3D image of any objects and easily send it to Paint 3D in your computer.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought that was really cool. Well, they announced today, it's going to be late and we don't know when we're going to release it. And you're like, okay.
Well,
what, something's wrong? Or you're going to say in 6 months, well, finally, we're not going to do it? That's the scary part, but it's like, okay, it's not going to be ready.
Well, third-party apps will come out for it.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So
Creators Update coming of April 11th, and I'm sure you're going to be one of the first to get it because you have a very, very recent device. So if you see a big update that takes like half an hour to install.
April 11th. When is it? It's Saturday? No.
No, April 11th is a Tuesday. It's past Tuesday, actually.
Okay.
So
I'll leave my computer on all day.
Well, you can go into Windows Update and check for updates to see if it's there. And by the way, if you look in your just out of curiosity, go into your settings. Go on the bottom right to go to the Action Center.
Oh, yeah. Settings.
Bottom, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can slide it. I go to in the settings. Go to Windows the update. Tab.
Update.
The bottom right.
Oh, yeah.
And in the update tab, you will see there should be a little phrase here. No, don't check for the updates. That's not what I wanted to do.
Okay.
You have a little phrase here that says, what's the phrase that you put here? You should have it with the latest update. Okay, I don't got it here because this is an update. It should say, soon we'll have okay, you got some updates coming.
Yeah.
You didn't do your cumulative updates yet.
No.
So, anyways, do you have the what's that? What
available updates will be downloaded and installed automatically.
Oh man, you're bad. You're a little far in your updates. Well, when that is installed, you will have a phrase here that's going to say, "Hey, Creators Update's coming! A wonderful new update to your Windows operating system. Click here to do it now." Anyways.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to work right now, but anyways. Oh, you're back in your updates. You're a little far back. That's interesting. How come your updates? Do you open your tablet every day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It stays open all day.
How come your updates are not done?
I don't know.
That is weird. Your updates should be all done.
I always wait until they force it. So.
Okay. That's weird. Okay, so you can close that and go back to what you were doing and just say no when it says, hey, we're going to install updates.
Want to restart now?
yeah.
So next we talk about one of the biggest esports game, Rocket League. I've shown it to you once or twice. It's like the soccer game with RC cars.
Yeah.
And it's out on PC, Xbox, PlayStation. 29 million players and 10 million copies of the game sold.
Okay.
And during a Q&A, the developers, Psyonix, were asked, is it going to come on the Nintendo Switch? Is it? And, they kind of answered but evaded the answer at the same time. They said, we are considering it, but... we are evaluating whether it would be a good thing, if the community wants it, what are the technical difficulties and the good and the bad. So we are still checking this out.
Okay.
But you have to wonder when a game already has kind of saturated the market. Like I said, 29 million players, 10 millions download. You have to wonder if it comes out on a new console, will it really sell? And
you gotta, the game's done. Yeah. What you need to do is transfer the code so that it works on a new device.
Yeah, but
will that code transfer? And also, you got to think about one thing: is the playability on that device going to be interesting for that game? I
don't think it's going to be a big issue. I think the issue is really, is it worth it to make it support on the Nintendo Switch? The cost of it, adding it to the online mode.
Doing a code transfer is not that expensive, so it depends if it still is something that people buy and sells, and will it, sell on the Switch also.
That's the biggest question. And like I said, it's a game that plays. You can play, of course, like solo or with friends local, but most players play online. And like I said, will enough player buy it on the Switch to be worth supporting it with the online infrastructure of Nintendo Switch? So we don't know, but Rocket League, like I said, is one of the biggest esports game, kind of soccer game, but it's. If you've never watched a game of Rocket League with professional players, you have to watch that. It is just crazy. The cars, they can have some little boost. They can jump and flip and do stuff,
Yeah.
And you see players
it's kind of a fun
jumping,
game.
using the boost to do aerials, going further up in the air. And literally doing passes to each other while in the air. And they managed to aim at the goal after that. And it's crazy. Professional players of Rocket League are crazy.
Well,
and it's also the kind of game where,
there's so many games like that you look at.
You try it, and trying it is adopting it. And it doesn't cost a lot, and you play a few games and you get addicted. The kind of games where, you have 20, 30 minutes to kill. Why not a game or two? You can play with friends and stuff. So it's cool.
Games like that are just so cool that you play, and it's like you just. Do you have like a favorite game of like an old style game that you have maybe in an older console or something that you just have to do a game of that from time to time because it's like.
There are actually plenty, but.
It's like we have modern stuff, but you know what? I have to play a Commodore 64 game from time to time of when I was young that I just loved, like Gianna Sisters, the great Gianna Sisters.
Well,
I have to play that from time to time.
From time to time, I have to play on my PlayStation 1. I have to. There are games also that, Final Fantasy X on the PS2.
Okay.
I want to complete the game without dying ever, and I always die at some point, but never at the same spot. So it's kind of frustrating because you could do everything without dying,
Yeah.
but there's always somewhere where it doesn't go well.
What I like about older games that I get in emulation is sometimes you get cheaters. And it's like it says, "Oh, do you want unlimited lives?" And now it's like, it's the time that I can see the levels I've never gone through.
Well, I must admit,
I don't like cheating that much. Honestly, I don't really like that much cheating. But if it's to show levels that I know I'll never see, why not?
I must admit, there are a few games that, even though I know I could make it to the farther levels, old games, on PlayStation, that, oh well, there was an invincible code at the time. Why not do it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be easy. I'm gonna have fun anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be invincible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So we've done our main news.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How about saying hello to the chat room?
Hi, chat room.
Hello, chat room.
Goodbye, chat room.
Ripple Pearls, you gotta watch my videos. My videos of backup that I did last week. They show you how to back up to a USB drive.
So everyone who's watching,
works on
say
USB,
hi.
thumb drive, and a hard drive.
Everyone who's watching, say hi so we know you are there.
So hey everyone, Bobby Burgess, Grable Pearls, Tim Robinson, the Proud Geek. Who is the Proud Geek?
I don't know.
I never know who's the Proud Geek. Patrick Money, I believe I saw.
Yeah, Samurai PC.
Samurai PC, hello there.
Samurai PC.
Samurai PC. Where are you, Samurai PC? Just out of curiosity. Danny Shortwave, Radio DX, hello there. Nice to have you on board. If anybody has a question, please.
Question, comment, insults.
Yeah,
we take
question,
everything.
Comments, insults.
We take everything.
Requests of something funny you want us to do on live. Well, that could be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So we'll forget about that one. I was busy watching the 9 videos. You guys have been great. I've got so many positive comments of, wow, your reviews, your 9-part review of Creators Update is just so fantastic and so well done. Wow. That, just that makes me be happy that I've done it. And, it's a lot of work because I was hoping to have all 9 parts posted as of this show. And I was able to do 7. And the funniest thing is, around about an hour and a half before the show starts, I looked at the clock and I said, okay, I can do another part and go crazy, or take a walk outside in the sunshine and I'll do the rest tomorrow morning. So I opted for go take a walk outside in the sunshine, hint, Pokemon Go at the same time.
Yeah.
And also I had to get the beer and everything. And, felt good. It's a beautiful day outside here. It's like, I don't know, in the US it's like in the 40s, about, +5, +6 degrees Celsius. Really, really beautiful outside.
And the sun itself is hot. It's a spring sun.
It looks like spring.
Yeah.
It feels like spring now. So had a lot of fun. So really, really cool.
You were trying the idea. If people if they make a donation, they could ask us to do something a bit stupid.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well.
Anybody do a donation? And by the way, you know what? We've talked about it, and I don't know if you feel comfortable with it, but if we, kind of put the donations at the same place, and as long as people say, hey, I'm giving you this amount, I'd like this part of the amount to go to from the couch.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
Do you trust me with money?
Do I trust you? Period.
So next week we'll have a new guest, a new co-host.
Paul the cat.
Paul the cat. So what do you think? Meow.
Oh, don't tell me.
So, anyways, don't worry about it, Tim. You've been very generous, very generous. Hello there, Wilfredo Torres. I like saying Torres. I don't know if it's the way you have to to say it, but I don't know. Wilfredo.
Well,
sounds like I don't know.
Maybe it's just his name and his parents are just plain white Americans, like our Chinese, Italian friend we have.
Oh man, yeah.
We know a guy.
Yeah.
He looks Chinese. His name is Italian.
Yeah.
And he speaks
real Quebecois French. The real Quebecois French from. It's like it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. So hello everybody, welcome to the show. And what's the beer? It's Don de Dieu, which is
gift from God.
Gift from God. So here it is.
Beer is a gift from God.
Beer is a gift from God. So here it is, gift from God, Don de Dieu, pretty much. And our mascot is coming over to say hi. Hey, come over, my friend. It's it's time to he knows when it's time to show up.
Yeah.
And Gabriel Pearls.
You heard his name.
My here's the mascot, of course, saying hello.
Hey, bud.
And I will do the full how to install Windows 10 from scratch, clean install videos in the next week. I've got a new PC given to me by a client, a 17-inch laptop, and we'll install Windows 10 on that. And Paul says hello to everybody. Hello, Paul. What do you have to say? Meow. Oh, I knew it. Hey, Senior Pussycat. Yeah, it's so weird because that guy. Okay, I need my hand.
No, you don't.
But okay, well, as long as it holds my computer. So, anyways, videos are coming. And it's pretty cool to have everybody around. So, anybody have questions? Anything they want us to talk about? What we think of? I don't know. The Antarctic geese. What? Yeah, you've heard me. The Antarctic geese.
Vladimir Putin, who said that
please don't talk about Vladimir Putin.
Climate changes are bullcrap. It's not humans that's doing it.
The only Vladimir Putin I'd like to see is a Putin in Quebec with vodka in it, and I'd call it a Vladimir Putin.
Oh wow!
That would be nice.
Vodka-based
Vladimir
sauce.
Putin.
Vodka-based sauce.
Vodka sauce.
We should try it.
Yes, we should, and we called it the Vladimir Putin. Oh man,
that would be great.
I always get ranting every time I talk about Vladimir Putin or Russia or something. Some Russian will tell me, "Hey, you North American that knows nothing about the world,
get out from your living room."
Yeah, so that's it, Gabriel Pearls. Just what I wanted to say is I'm going to do a total clean install of Windows 10 video. So it's coming this next week. It's going to be several videos how to clean install Windows 10 easily. I'll do it in the easiest way possible that everybody understands, as I do usually. Joe, what was the video did a while back, Microsoft site that you led to check to see if you were missing any updates? Oh my God, I don't remember the website. I don't remember the website. I will check that out and try to come back to you with that.
If we get Paul to say suffering succotash like Sylvester, we're gonna get a grand. Oh.
Okay.
Well, we have to practice on that.
Okay, Paul, this week's going to be intense. I tell you. You guys have not seen, and you were, if you had arrived just a little bit earlier, Paul the cat went outside.
Okay.
And the third neighbor to the north has some big, huge plastic kind of cubes that she puts all sorts of things for the winter in there, and they have different size, and there were 3 cats. Okay, there's 3 of them, different size, a little bit like, actually they're positioned like, at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Here's the number 1 spot, number 2, number 3. Yeah. So Paul the cat was on number 1, a black and white cat was on the other one, and a gray cat with white paws was on the other one. and they were all looking in the garden. And I was like, okay, what is that? Is it Cat Olympics or something? Paul won the gold medal in the Cat Olympics. And I was looking and I was like, how can you win a gold medal? You're kind of fat compared to the other cats.
Yeah. Depending on what contest.
So anyways, Paul seems to won the gold medal there. It's funny because that lady over there, she has a little children. And she was telling me how she never seen a cat so nice as Paul. And I was like, yes, he is nice. So anyways, let's stop talking about Paul. Yes, it is a Microsoft website for Windows updates, Grapple Pearls. And it just type Microsoft Windows updates, and it's going to bring you to the Windows Update website. And what it does, it actually checks to see if your computer's had the latest updates. But I wouldn't worry. If you got the latest update, Grapple Pearls, you should probably be okay. I can tell you. So you've got an app of the week?
Yeah, app of the week, app that we both like this week. Something quite simple. Convert units.
Okay, just one second.
Yeah.
Bobby Burgess, the next video, it's funny you say that. One of the next video that I'm doing on the Creators Update, which is part 8, I believe, is security and privacy. It's the part that I haven't done yet. And part 9 is just kind of conclusion when I think of the Creators Update. And of course, if you guys have videos that you want me to do about something in particular, please let me know. It's very important because you guys give me ideas. I get up sometimes in the morning and I'm like, what the hell am I going to talk about today? When you guys give me suggestions, at least I can use that.
How do you do underline on Microsoft Word?
It's kind of easy, but if you really want a video about it.
Some people don't know how.
Okay.
I know how.
I hope, because if you don't, I'm not talking to you again. So anyways, hey, Shervin Abdullah from Denmark, nice to have you here. And so, app of the week?
Yeah,
yes?
App of the week, convert units.
Okay.
So, it's something quite simple. An application to convert units on different scales. For example, for length, we often hear about inches, centimeter, meters, feet. But 3 feet. What is it in centimeter? I don't know.
Something like 90 centimeters.
Yeah, but
there.
you want a precise measure.
Yeah.
Or they're angles.
Well, it's 2.54 inches. 2.54 centimeters per inches.
You can see, for example, the temperature, Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Application to really convert your units and.
So I need that because every time I talk about weather on my shows, and you got Americans and the rest of the world.
Here? You have mileage. 3 miles. How many kilometers is it? How many meters? Mass. If I have 12 ounces, how many? I don't know. How many tons is 12 ounces?
Well, it shouldn't be too many tons because it's kind of small.
There are a lot of zeros.
But how many milliliters does make 8 ounces?
That's not mass though. That would be not density.
Oh, that's in okay.
It would be in
because 8 ounces. Okay.
Volume.
How many grams if you want to have mass?
Well,
how many grams?
Well, I have volumes too if I want. So 12 ounces would be in milliliters. Where is the ounces here?
Because, for example, you do a recipe, and I hate that. You go to a place, and it's like, 10 ounces of this. And you're like, okay, but how many milliliters? Or,
How many cups is that?
10 ounces of wine.
Okay, but all you have is a measuring cup with 1/3, 2/3, and they're full.
How many milliliters or something,
And it is, according to the app itself, the #1 converting app since 2009.
Okay. Wow. We are #1.
And it is totally free.
Okay.
So you can.
So what's the name?
It's Convert Units.
Convert Units.
Yeah, and it is pretty cool. It's something I use really often. It is free, so expect some advertisement to pop-ups once in a while.
Yeah, that's regular.
But it's nothing really bothersome. Do you have time,
Which
temperature?
one? What does it look? The icon?
first one.
The first one?
First one. Yeah.
So it's available for Android also.
Yeah. You have cooking. What's this one? Okay.
So,
okay, yeah.
the cooking differences.
Yeah.
So when you have temperature or food or stuff.
Tablespoon and ounces, for example.
Yeah.
So like.
That's good when you do a recipe.
Like one tablespoon is 0.2 cups or 0.16 ounces.
Please do 0.2 cups of flour. Yeah, right. What the hell are you talking about? It's funny because here in Canada, it's extremely effed up.
Yeah.
Because we're in a kind of mixed world.
We use the metric system when it suits us.
And when I was young, I was brought up in inches and feet and pounds.
I at school I learned the metric system with centimeters, meters.
And that's you're lucky. I'm in the part of school that we started with feet, and somewhere in the middle when I was like 12 years old, the government said, "Hey, it's metric now." And next year I was in centimeters, and I was like, "What the hell is that?"
But even with that, even being raised in meters and centimeters, since my parents come from the time that they were raised with feet and inches, I know more what is 1 inches than what is 2.5 centimeters.
Well, look, every time I go somewhere, you know what? I went somewhere once, and they say, how tall are you in meters? And I was like, I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
In meters, I have no idea.
I don't have any.
I have
either.
no idea.
And the opposite for
pounds. I weigh 200 pounds.
How many kilos?
I have no idea in kilos what that is.
And on the opposite for distances, I know what 5 kilometers is. I don't know what 3 miles is.
I talk about something and say, it's 100 kilometers away. Oh, that's 60 miles away. But it's 100 kilometers away. I don't know. It's we live in this weird thing. But it's interesting. But you know what? As we're talking about this, the Twit network, where I watch tech shows, they came to the metric system once because the guy travels a lot and he was saying that in Europe, it's the metric system. And he looked, actually Googled who uses the metric system and the imperial system, and all he saw was like the United States and Zimbabwe are on the imperial system, and everybody else in the world is in the metric system. No. It was like, okay, don't you feel a little alone? But it is a little. The nice side of this, what, is we actually at least can deal with both the metric and the imperial system. But man, it's pretty much only the United States now. And you know what? Funny little anecdote with that. Did you know that one of the NASA space probes that actually crashed on Mars was due to the fact that somebody forgot to put the inches in centimeters.
Oh God.
And that little difference made that space probe crash instead of land.
Well, 1 centimeter and 1 inches is there's a slight difference there.
So that's the problem of.
And when you get up to like 72 inches, well, it becomes a big difference. All right. So
no, the fix-it tool, Gravel Pearls, just to say, is to fix when you have update problems. It was a video on the Windows Update. There's a Windows Update page on the Microsoft site. What?
Whoa.
What was that?
You just coughed. Paul just scoffed.
What was that?
I think he tried to say what Tim wrote earlier.
You know what, Tim? He's starting to learn how to say succotash. Huh? You're going to say it soon. You're going to say it soon. He's just looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, he started coughing. Oh, maybe he's getting a cold.
That was so weird. Oh, please, no cold, okay? Last year, he got a cold, and he comes to me in bed, he looks at me like close here, and he does, achha! And I have like, my face is full of the cat's, whatever. And it's like, oh man, please, Paul, don't sneeze on my face like that. Oh man. Hey, Fastload.
So what's your application this week?
So my application this week goes with Creators Update, okay?
Okay.
In Creators Update, they've done a great effort in making Groove Music even better as a music app than ever before.
Okay.
So
I don't use Groove Music.
Well, I'll tell you why you should if you have tons of music on your computer, okay?
Okay.
Because Groove Music synchronizes with your OneDrive. So if you have a Microsoft account, what's really cool...
Because I have Office 365 is your OneDrive right now.
Well, actually, on your File Explorer, it should be your OneDrive. It's on the Office apps that it's my OneDrive. But right. In your File Explorer, it should be your OneDrive.
You're right.
So
sorry.
Basically, what's cool is that the Groove app in Windows is really, really nice now. And you can actually, give it Cortana commands if you want. You can actually have it...
Don't say Cortana, please.
And so you can, use the Groove app and share playlists with friends now.
Okay.
But the cool thing is you can install Groove Music on your iOS device or on your Android device. Mm-hmm. And if you put all your music in the music folder of OneDrive, it's available on your Groove Music app on your device.
Okay.
You can listen to all the music you got at home on your device.
Well, all the music I've got at home is already on my phone.
Well, yeah, maybe. But, let's suppose it's not.
But it is.
Let's suppose it's not.
But it is.
You can, okay? And a lot of people don't do this, but the fact is you put your music in your OneDrive and you got it available. You can play it offline by doing playlists, so it doesn't have to stream. And you know what? They've done a great update in the Android and iOS. They made great updates to the Groove app, and it's actually really nice now.
And when you make a playlist offline, is there a limit to how many songs you can put?
Nope.
Okay, and does it take space on your phone?
Of course, because you have to download part of the song so it doesn't stream.
So if it's already on my phone, why should I get it?
Yeah, but in the case where you would stream stuff, okay, you can, because of course, I take the subway. And even though when you're downtown, it works. When you're not downtown in the subway, we don't have phone service. So, by doing playlists, at least when you're in the subway, you can still listen to some of your favorite
And how many
music.
space do you have on OneDrive for free?
So, here's the thing. You've got 5 gigabytes on OneDrive for free.
Not enough.
Which, no. If you got like 30,000 songs, of course not. But it's still, for a lot of people, it's still okay. It's still not bad. On my case, of course, okay, I got 1 terabyte. I probably have like 30,000 songs in there.
I have, a total of almost 10 gigabytes of music.
Okay. But still, that means, and you're probably someone who listens a lot to music.
Yeah.
So,
all the time. All the time.
For a lot of people, the 5 gigabyte might be more than enough for still most of their collections. Mm-hmm. And of course, in my case, I got 1 terabyte because I'm Office 365, and that is almost unlimited music, It's like...
Well, yeah.
So, Groove Music is nice. It's a nice app.
It's cool.
I get it because, of course, when I had an iPhone, you have iTunes and you play around with iTunes and everything.
I play around with iTunes. I put all my music on my phone directly because it's 10 gigabytes, 2,200 and something songs. So, I want it there, and I don't have to bother it.
What I actually liked a lot and made me install Groove Music first was because I was subscribed to Groove Music Pass,
Okay.
which is very nice because I mean for like $14.95 you have access to almost anything you want.
Is there Japanese rock there?
So there's everything.
Okay.
I tell you, there's a lot of stuff. But it's not they're not your songs. You know, it's, as long as you are subscribed, you do what you want. If you unsubscribe, of course, you lose access to that music. But you know, it's nice if anybody wants to. You know, on an Android device, I think it's really cool. You can you know, just put the Groove Music app, put your music in your OneDrive, and it's cool. So.
I know you told me not to put my Surface on the edge of the sofa, but
I'm not responsible, and you can't sue me.
I'm used to balancing.
What the hell are you like?
I'm having trouble.
You have
with my beers today.
no force today. You can't even open a bottle of beer. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he's barely doing it.
It's because I have to tighten my grip more than with other bottles.
Okay.
Oops, the bottle cap disappeared under the couch.
Oh, well, I'll just have somebody ranting about
wait, I got it.
finding a bottle cap in the couch.
I got it.
So, anyways, Groove Music is my option for this weekend because there's, you know, Creators Update. Groove Music app is even better. In Creators Update. It's my suggestion this week.
Well, you know, Tim Robinson said he lost over 100,000 songs. That's why my music is part of what I always keep backed up.
Yeah, and accidentally formatting the wrong drive is not a good option. That I can tell you. Hey there, Miss Lady Catherine 313. Nice to have you on board. Losing 100,000 songs. Does Paul the Cat have fur balls? You know what? I've never seen him really, you know, have fur balls. The only thing that he does is puke because he eats too fast. But apart from that, so he picks this big blob of cat food. But I've never seen Paul puke hairballs or anything. And I know it's common to cats. But I got to say that I do, well, how do you say this in English?
What is it in French?
Brosser le chat.
To brush his fur.
Brush his fur. Yeah, brush his fur. It's not something that I do talk about much, brushing something. So I brush his fur or something. So he doesn't have a lot of fur to, I believe, swallow, I guess.
Yeah. So hi to everybody who's joining us.
Yes, hello everybody.
We're up to, you know, it's quite a nice amount of people watching live right now.
And we'll say hello to everybody that is joining us if they just join in.
If you join in, say hi while we keep going with our news.
Scrub, brush, you know.
Scrub, yeah.
Okay.
So should we keep going with our news?
Yes.
So what else do you have to say?
What else do I have to say? Hey, poor everyone in the United States. Bye privacy. The House finally removed the law about internet service provider privacy. That means internet service providers in the United States can now take your browsing history and sell it to anyone.
Oh, God.
And there was a great idea that can't work, unfortunately, today.
I need a beer.
A bunch of protesters said, well, what about if we buy the congressman internet browsing history and put it live online to everybody to see? And the first thing is, oh my God, that could be so juicy and interesting to see what everybody in Congress looks at. You know, their porn habits, their that would be so nice. But unfortunately, it doesn't exactly work like that. It seems the internet service providers will sell it only in the purpose of ads. But still, you know, it's your browsing history. Isn't that, you know, what's funny with that is they consider our browsing history as being something that's not private.
Well, I guess I'll just...
It's private.
I guess I'll just erase my browsing history.
No, but the problem is the browsing history of the internet service provider.
Oh.
That is what, in your case, Bell, in my case, Videotron, has stored in their computers that you have no control over. Because they have a browsing history of what we do. So, you know, somebody someday looks and says, wow, that guy looks at porn all the time, for example, you know.
Oh, that's why I've got these weird ads.
Yeah. Or maybe you got this lady calling you from, Bell saying, "Hello, we have a new offer for you."
Oh yeah.
No.
Better than the Prince of Zamunda telling
Well, it
me
could
that
be
I
a
won
man.
$1 million.
Well, it could be worse. Could be a man. What is that? Fido calling me. Fido is my cell provider.
Well,
and they're calling me right now.
If it's important, they'll leave a message.
Hello there, you are live on the internet. What can I do for you?
That would be
That
fun.
would be nice. So I should have answered. I should have answered.
If they call back, you have to.
Do you mind if you're live on the internet? What? Yes, you're live on the internet right now. Wait, we're gonna put it on speakerphone. That would be so good.
So you can hear yourself.
Oh, we've got a super offer for you. Oh, really? Yes. Oh, what is it? Oh, for twice the price, you get half the service. Oh, wow. That is so good. So, anyways. Okay. So, it's sad because with that guy, because everybody doesn't want me to mention his name, all sorts of privacy rules are being removed. Here there was a article right here where a lot of people are complaining when they go back to the U.S. that now it's almost everybody's phone is being checked, and there's a lot of pressure being put out to try to change that. It seems that everywhere we're losing our privacy.
And I'm sorry, but this kind of behavior is not what will counter possible terrorist act. This won't change anything because you get so much data that you have too much to filter and you let everything that's important slip away.
Okay.
That's what I believe. It's not this kind of behavior that will prevent anything from being...
Well, I don't, come on. Okay, yes, most terrorists are idiots, but there are a few terrorists that have enough intelligence to know how to prevent these measures.
Those who succeed are those who know what they're doing.
Now, are you going to go to U.S. and have your phone with all the, this is the plan where I'm going to go and bomb the Pentagon, and this is how it's going to work? Yeah, sure. It's all in your phone. Come on.
I took a picture of it before I left home.
And yeah, because I'm friend with a guy named Mohammed, it must be bad. Oh yeah, sure. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that us Quebecers, with our French names, we aren't asshole at the when we go to the United States. I mean, instead of having a Mr. Smith or Mr. whatever, a funny story, and it's a true one. In Nova Scotia, a guy got his license plate revoked. You know why? Because he's a German guy, and his name is Graber, and it's Grabher.
Okay.
And his license plate, he had his name.
Okay.
And every woman that would go through past his car say, "Grab her." That is insulting to women. And all he said is, "This is my name. It's not what you think." But Nova Scotia said, "You can't use that. You have to change it. Sorry." It's like everybody's complaining about it. It's so stupid. So stupid. It's his name. Grabber. Yeah.
Well, you don't choose your name, but you also have to, at some point, be conscious of what your name is too.
Why? I wanna change my name.
You're gonna be called Max Power.
Max Power.
The only name you've written correctly because you found it on the
I'm Dr.
hair dryer.
I'm Dr. Penis. What aren't you? You're Dr. Penis, and you're here for
P.NIS.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Penis, and yes, I'm here.
Okay, now stop there.
Okay, let's not go into this slippery moment. Yes, Bobby, I will absolutely if you want to make it easier for Bobby, just send me a little email at my regular email for questions, help with your computers, and give me the suggestions so that I can keep it there and refer to it when I do videos. So a guy today just raised $200,000 to fund the browsing history of the Republicans, so he will change. Yeah, but the problem is, Great Old Pearls, apparently it can't be done like that. That's what I was reading in one of the articles. You know, I'd love to have the browsing history of all the people in power.
Oh, yeah.
Exposed to the public. You know what? We'd have a hell of a good time. You know, we'd see that these people are, first of all, pretty much like us, and sometimes worse. Many times worse. You know, it'd be cool to see every congressman, like, you know, cheating on his wife or something. It's like, oh, he's cheating on his wife with a man. Oh, and he's a Republican. Oh, and he's the Jesus God of whatever. Oh, you know, something like that. That's really like.
And he's against gay marriage.
Oh, yeah. You know, that would be like the, okay, you're the. Anyways, sorry, it's so sad that there's that on, you know, and you guys, you know, it's not better here. There's so many things happening here in Canada also that are changing our liberties, and it's so sad.
So let's get to some happy news instead.
Okay, now that I need to drink more,
so
please bring me
good news
happy
for
time.
Every RPG and Japanese games fan. The sequels, or I should say the spin-off of Valkyria Chronicles, which will be called Valkyria Revolution, will hit store shelves on June 27th. And it was announced this week by Sega, who make the game. And you know, I played the first game, Valkyria Chronicles. It was given to me by our friend, which didn't like the game, and I pretty much enjoyed it. The game will be released both on PS4, Xbox.
Did he tell you why he didn't like it?
It's not his style.
Ah, okay. It's your style.
Yeah, and he bought the collector's edition with the metal case to find out it's not his style.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's really
that's
cool.
kind of cute.
Yeah.
Metal. Wow.
Yeah, metal case. That's the collector on PS4.
This is really metal. This is really nice.
Was there something inside? I'm not sure.
There was
nothing special inside.
That is nice.
And they're coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PS Vita, and will only cost $40, which surprises me.
That's much more. That's much better.
And well, you know, the first one, Valkyria Chronicles, came out on PS3. This is a remaster for the PS4, and now they're making a spin-off with, you know, in the same universe but different story.
Okay.
The gameplay will differ also too. Valkyria Chronicles was a lot more a turn-based system. You know, like you play, then the enemy plays, and back and forth. The next one will focus more on action with a mix of melee and magic.
Okay.
And well, do you want to hear the setup of the game, courtesy of Sega?
Yep.
So let me focus on my storytelling voice.
Focus on my storytelling voice.
So, Valkyria Revolution.
Here we are now in this land of the great.
Valkyria Revolution coming on June 27th in America and June 30th in Europe. In the wake of a revolution, Jutland's elite soldiers, the Vanargand, must band together to defeat the Rudzi Empire and stop death itself, the Valkyria. This grizzled and-tied Valkyria squad is equipped with advanced mana weaponry and has the powerful ability to wield Ragnite spells to combat this terrifying threat. The unit is comprised of soldiers who have a high affinity for Ragnite, and even Jutland's own princess, Ophelia, has joined the ranks. The princess carries the utmost love for her country and has answered the call of duty to liberate those who are suffering from the Ruzi's tyranny. However, Ahmed Gronier, the commanding officer of Vanargand, hides a terrible secret. Is he foe or friend, or what will happen to the country?
What will happen to the country?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool game. I'm going to buy it for sure.
Okay.
And by the way, I made a little research. Do you know where the word Valkyria comes from?
I don't know. There's something called Valkyrie or something like that.
Yeah, it comes from Valkyrie, but what is it? Do you know?
And it's some kind of region of Romania or something?
No. Valkyrie, in
Yeah.
the Scandinavian mythology,
Scandinavian, okay.
yeah, is the attendants of Odin who guide the heroes slain in battle to the feasting hall on Valhalla. So
Okay.
she's the one who guides the dead
Okay.
to the feasting hall when they arrive there.
Okay.
That's a Valkyrie.
Okay.
That's cool. You know,
Well, you know what's interesting
I
there?
like all those games that go into mythology, and
I'm gonna try to find it because tonight in the retro gaming we're gonna do Amiga 500, and I have a game that's called The Legend of Valkyrie.
oh, that's gonna be cool.
So
You know, every time a game goes into mythology, it's always cool because you know that somewhere someone did his research.
It's fun when there's, you know, some parts of a game or any story in general has correct, history moments in there where it's like, oh, okay, and you're learning without knowing you're learning, you know.
Even in this game, you know, the Valkyria is kind of misplaced compared to the real one in mythology, but the fact that they're using the name, you want to know, like, okay, they didn't choose it for nothing. Where does it come from?
Yeah.
And you know, like in the first game, the Valkyrias are women, so like in the mythology.
Cool.
So you know, you want to know where it comes from,
cool.
and I always like it.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be back in a minute.
So you'll go and see if you're still a little man.
Yes, and if I'm not,
you'll scream to death.
I'm leaving through the back door.
Actually, you should leave through the window. It's better. So, anyways, hello everybody. I'm alone now, so it's time to tell me what you think of Gabe. Okay, well, I have a little story about the PC market. You know, the PC market has been in the doldrums for a long time. Since 2011, the PC market has been dropping every year. And I mean, it's almost like, okay, will there be an end to the drop of the PC? And when we talk PC, it's every type of PC. I mean, Mac computers were also affected by this. And so you guys think I should burn Gabe's hat? Okay, we could do a burning at the stake of his hat.
Everyone wants to burn me to death?
Everyone wants to burn your hat.
Oh.
And we should do it live. So, well, if we get enough donations, you can buy a new one.
I don't mind.
We'll burn it we'll burn it live.
You know, if we get for $60 of donation today, I'm burning it right now, and I'm buying a new one.
And now we are putting his hat in the barbecue. Woohoo!
We need $60 of donation by the next 35 minutes.
So, anyways, I was talking about the PC market, okay? I told you I shouldn't have bought these chips. And so, don't give an ad to these companies. You have to turn it to, that where nobody knows what that is.
You cannot see what it is.
You know what it tells you? You're going to be fat and have a heart attack in the back.
Well, I go to McDonald's. It's not better.
So, anyways, there's a company, okay, that nobody knows that company, by the way.
Windows?
And, yeah, right. Microsoft. Oh, okay, there's a company called Compal. Do you know who they are?
What?
Compal.
No.
You know what? It's one of the biggest makers of hardware for major companies like HP, Dell, Toshiba. And they say that in the first 3 months of this year, they have actually had a 10% increase in demand for parts, which tends to kind of make us think that the PC market for the first year and a long time is actually going up this year. More PCs are being sold. And one of the things that they say here is that there might be even a little more PCs sold. You know, there's a huge supply problem of solid state drive. That's why that 512 gig SSD in there costs so much. There's a solid state drive problem right now. There's like really they're scrambling to try to find them, and so basically that kind of pushes down a little bit on the PC momentum, if you want. But you know what? It's kind of nice to see that. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys, do you see yourself not having a computer and just doing everything on your
paper and pen?
No, on your iPhone. Young generation, a lot of them are like this. Huh? Their iPhone does, or their Android phone does whatever they want, and they don't need a computer.
At home, I need a computer.
But say you you don't go to school, you don't, you're just, okay, you're gaming on your PlayStation, you're doing pretty much everything on your phone. Do you still feel the need for a PC? For a computer?
That's a tricky question. Except for gaming. I'm not sure, actually.
You say you're doing this, but you're doing it on your phone instead, because you can see the chat in the phone. The young generation, that's something interesting for the young generation.
That's a tricky question.
Because the young generation doesn't see the importance of getting a computer. And it is very apparent. I know many sub 25-year-olds that tell me they do everything they can and they want on their phone. And they don't even see why they should have a computer.
Well, the fact that it's a screen bigger than a phone, I kind of liked it, and... Okay,
you got an Apple TV, and when you want, you take it and you put it on your bed.
Yeah, okay.
You still need a computer?
No, maybe not.
That's the that's interesting question here.
Except for gaming.
I'm a PC enthusiast, so I like having a PC. But I gotta say, take out my PC enthusiast side. Why the hell do I need this? I do everything here. I do everything here on my phone. When you think about it, these things are so powerful now. You do what you want. So, interesting.
Speaking of it, I saw ads this week on TV of the iPad Pro, selling it as like, it could replace a computer, maybe.
Well, there shortcomings to the iPad. It's not.
It's the first time in a while I saw ads for the iPad.
But you know what? They've lowered the price of the iPads, and like the lowest, the lowest price of the iPad, $369. You know what? This is competition for PC. At $369, you got a tablet that is powerful, that does a lot of things.
You can even install Office on the iPad.
And you know what? At that price, they are. And I saw an article that was saying Apple is starting to feel what it is to need to compete in order to sell more. Because, the iPad is not selling well. And I saw the rumors of what the new iPads that they're supposed to announce in April. I mean, sorry, but they are, yes, I know. We're incapable of stopping of eating chips when we got them. Please give me a little pile.
Well,
and of course, not while I'm talking, but I need a little more. This is horrible.
You should have bought a Pringle box instead.
Well, there are no Pringles at the dollar store.
It's just that your hand doesn't
fit in there. This is a dollar store.
Your hand doesn't
Yes, I know. My hand doesn't fit in there. But anyways, so we got chips. Anybody want chips? We need teleportation or some sort. So anyways, PC market turning around maybe. I know a lot of my clients that bought tablets, like iPads, and suddenly noticed that it doesn't do what their PC could do. And they come back to a PC because it doesn't do what my PC would do.
An iPad doesn't do half of what a PC truly does.
And
that's my take on it.
That's also one thing that is in the, the two-in-ones are popular right now. These computers, these tablets and / laptop type. And they were saying that when it comes to a tablet, people, when they see a tablet with Windows on it, tend to buy the tablet with Windows rather than an iPad because it's like, oh,
It's
it has
freedom.
Windows.
It's freedom.
I know what I can do because I already have Windows, and you do whatever you want. So it's interesting. So I hope so.
But I'm not surprised to see the PC market dropping.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
And when you talk about PC, do you mean
PC is, wait,
yeah,
okay.
What is your definition of PC?
Well, that's the problem here, okay? The definition of PC, if you take it as it is, it's everything. An iPad is a PC. A Mac is a PC.
Okay, well,
this is a PC.
Okay,
PC means personal computer.
Okay, well.
So at the most basic level.
In this case, let's say, what is the...
Here we're talking about, when we say PC market, and that is what the newspaper decided to call a PC, is a laptop like this. Your tablet is a 2-in-1, but it's a PC.
Something that has Windows.
No.
No?
No, a PC is any type of computer that is like a laptop or a desktop, but is not a tablet only,
okay,
like an iPad.
Okay, so a MacBook Pro is a PC.
Yeah.
And in this definition in the article.
In this article, the definition is more focused on Windows PCs.
Okay, because in my head, a PC is Windows. The rest.
And their definition also.
That's my definition too.
But a PC is a personal computer.
Yeah, I know.
And
but
a Mac is a personal computer.
What we made of the definition, it's like, okay, you have Mac and PC.
But, yeah, because that's the way things have been separated. But, okay, when we talk about that, one thing that we also know is that when the PC market got a slump, the MacBooks got a slump. They also were affected because it's like not just PCs with Windows are like selling less. Even MacBooks are selling less. So
I was gonna say one thing though.
Yep.
My tablet that costs as much as a MacBook Pro does double the stuff.
Well, it's more powerful than a MacBook Pro also.
Yeah. That's just had to say it.
Well, anyways. I got a Mac and I don't hate Macs, but
My brother is happy with his MacBook Pro.
It's okay.
Still don't understand why he took the 128, but
yeah.
Oh well.
When he doesn't listen to his uncle, that's what happens. Anyways, that was a comment.
I saved $500 by listening to you.
And you got a great tablet.
Yeah, and I lost $50 on the Serono.
What? It was worth it.
Yeah.
It's a 10%. It's a 10% premium.
Oh God. Sweet old memories.
Oh man. Well, I guess it must be more now because in our retro gaming we kind of Sarono pretty much also last time.
Well, you often buy beer and supper, so it's not a problem to bring something.
He's such a great guy.
I have to contribute in some way.
Yeah, well, but you contribute by being here, and I like that. Hey, Viper Boy, Tommy,
hey,
nice to have you on board. Pretty cool. Albert Zappa. Did we say hello to Albert Zappa before? I think not.
No.
And he's watching, and I saw him earlier, too. So,
So, how about to continue with the PlayStation Plus lineup for April? So,
hope everything's all right, Bobby. Hope it isn't too bad.
Okay, yeah.
He's listening.
Okay, yeah. Good luck, Bobby. So PlayStation Plus lineup for April, because for those who don't know, for any reason, maybe you are on another planet.
Like me?
If you subscribe to the PlayStation Plus on PlayStation 3, PS4, or PS Vita, it's all the same. Every month you get 2 free games.
Okay.
And sometimes it's not just like these cheap games that cost $3 by indie developers. Sometimes we get really great games for free for a whole month. Just an example, I think about a year ago, or a few years ago, a game that was $70 that was released like 6 months before,
Yep.
got free on the PS Plus for a month.
Okay.
And when you buy these free games, you keep them forever or as long as you subscribe.
Okay.
And so the lineup for April, for first for the PS4, the games that you can get for free if you subscribe to the PlayStation Plus. PS4, there is Drawn to Death and Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime. On the PlayStation 3, you can get Alien Rage Extended Edition and Invisimals: The Lost Kingdom. In the PlayStation Vita, 2 games that are also compatible on the PlayStation 4 once you've bought them on the Vita. Mm-hmm. Well, in this case, you have to get them on the Vita to get them free after that on the PS4.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Curses and Chaos and 10-Second Ninja X. I checked a few trailers of these games and, some look pretty cool. And what I have to say about it is, if you subscribe already, they are free. So just get them, download them, try them. If you don't like it, well, who cares?
But they're free.
It's free. And if you like it, like I said, it's fun because as long as you keep subscribed to the PlayStation Plus, you can play them.
I've got a question for you for freebies.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Are you like me? It's like there's tons of free stuff, and for some reason, because there's tons of free stuff, you don't know what to download?
No, in this case, I would just do, for example, the PlayStation case, I often, when it's free, if I can, click buy, but because it doesn't cost anything, and wait for the download, it just gets into my library. I like to do that.
Okay.
And,
So you just download it and leave it there.
Yeah, and in the case of PlayStation, I can buy it. I don't have to download it. It stays in my library, and if I want to play it, then I can download it.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be downloaded all the time. And what is nice is, if you don't have a PlayStation 4 yet, and plan to buy one soon, you can still go on your computer, on the internet, on the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
If you have a subscription to the PS Plus, you can click to buy those free games, and they will be added to your library. But put it on hold, and when you get your PS4, then yes, you can download them. It is really, they are given to you in every way possible.
Okay.
And like I said, for the PS Plus, it's not just the free games. They always have these amazing deals sometimes. There's at least 1 or 2 a month. Games that are usually $80. Oh, for this week or during a flash sale that lasts like 2 days, instead of $80, $15.
Okay.
Always. There's one I have to buy in the next few days, but at home my brother has the PS Plus account, so I have to ask him before.
Okay.
Is it all right with your credit card? I'll repay it to you, but usually
you just buy tons of games and.
But
we'll see.
But yeah, right. But that's what is cool with the PS Plus. You always have these amazing deals, and it's worth it. It costs like in Canadian maybe $80 a year. So when you buy games that are like $60 rebates, you already win.
Okay.
So that was for the PlayStation Plus segment of the day.
PlayStation Plus segment of the day. Hey, interesting. Of course, we know that Android users are cheapskates in general. Android users usually don't pay for the apps, and I have several theories for that. For example, like if you really know what you're doing, you can find apps somewhere else for free. But that we won't talk about.
You don't do that,
do you? I do not do that. No, actually, you know what? I do that just to get the app before it's released, but not because I don't want to pay. For example, Pokemon Go. I got it a month before because I wanted to have it now, not because I want. I never really download an app outside the store to not pay for it because that's not really what I do. But Android. This year, if everything goes as planned, for the first time, the amount of dollars for apps in the Google Play Store will be more than what's spent in the Apple App Store by the end of the year.
Yeah, I saw
For
that.
the first time. Which is interesting. At the same time, if you consider there's so many more Android users than there are iPhone, Apple's App Store users, it shows you that there's a big difference. I mean, you see that Apple users. I don't want to say that because it's a bad way of saying it, but Apple users seems to be. I think we could almost have a demographic of Apple users being a Magnemite.
There's a Magnemite in your house.
How do I know it's a Magnemite? I had no idea what that was a year ago, and I can actually tell him what Pokemon was here. Oh man. So, anyways, it just do you think? Okay, I'll say something here that I don't want to offend anyone, and I'll
don't hurt my pride.
Do you think in general that iPhone users are the people that have more money than Android users? What do you think? It's complex because I'm trying to think if you're an iPhone user and they spend more on apps in general, does it mean that an iPhone user have more money?
Maybe it's just that there are more paid apps on iPhone compared to Androids.
I don't think so.
Like,
it's pretty much the same.
It's
pretty much the same.
A while ago, Angry Birds, you had to pay on iPhone, but it was free on Androids.
Yes, that is true. That is true. On Android, it was free. But there's not a lot of stuff like that. There's really not a lot of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Are iPhone users a little more wealthy than Android users in general?
I don't know.
One of the things that you got to, of course, okay, let's wait. Let's put it in perspective. I think it depends on what you own as your phone. For example, and this is a theory, and it's not, if you don't subscribe to what I'm going to say here, it's quite all right. Okay. What do you think about if you've got a Galaxy S7? It means you've got one of the most powerful and latest phones on Android, and you will probably spend more money on the Google Play Store as if you wanted to have the latest iPhone. Thinking, if you've got the latest phones on Android, you're as wealthy, and I'm sorry, but you're as wealthy as maybe anyone that wants the latest iPhone. What do you think about that?
I think that's a possibility.
And that the majority of people on Android phones buy the ones that came at $0 because they don't have any money. And of course, they won't spend on the Google Play Store because they don't have money from the start. How about that?
Well, many people do.
Could that be?
Also, take the iPhone at $0 too.
Yeah, but if you want the latest, you have to pay something.
Yeah.
You get the generation before at $0.
Doesn't Android works like that too?
Yeah, of course. Now it's at $0 because it's a year old. But when I bought it, you had to pay for your iPhone, your Galaxy S7 phone, a certain price with contract, like you do with an iPhone when you want the latest one. So maybe that's it. Is when we want the latest device, both on Android or if you want the latest iPhone, we're maybe a little wealthier, let's put it like this. And most people I see with Android phones have the lower end. I was about to say something bad. About to say they have the crappy phones. No, they have they have a Galaxy S6, for example. We got a great example at the bar we go to, where someone we know has S6 because he has $0 to spend on the phone, and I wanted to have the S7 even though I had to pay $250 for it. And I was really lucky because I had to pay in reality $450 for it, but they made a mistake. So anyways, I think that's the thing. Android users usually want cheap phones.
Maybe.
And that's why the Google Play Store doesn't make as much money, even though they're like 3 times the users of the iPhone, the App Store on Apple's side. So maybe that's the thing. But anyways, finally it's catching up.
Mm-hmm.
And if everything continues like this, we're going to have more money spent on the Google Play Store this year than on the Apple App Store.
Oh, well.
Kind of interesting. But still.
Maybe that's also a little kick to Apple saying, you have to do something.
Well, I think Apple really needs to do something.
That,
okay, their phones and their products are boring lately.
This year, if they don't announce any revolution, and I kind of mean it that way.
Well, 10 years. You know, I don't know.
They have to do something.
10th anniversary of the iPhone. They need to do something.
They have to.
You know what? And they're going to be really need to do something because, you know what? The Galaxy S8, the rumors we're getting right now, it's going to be an amazing kick-ass phone with so many new features that we've never seen before.
Well, I still have an iPhone here because, at the time that's what I wanted, and it came like if I stayed on iPhone, they would like pay my penalty and stuff. So it was more advantageous for me to stay on iPhone at the time. But right now my contract ended, so now I'm on a freebie.
Say you've got
contract.
A question I got for you.
And if no big revolution comes, and I decide to change this one, which is the iPhone,
would you be willing
6,
to go to Android?
I'm starting to think about it just because, in general, with a contract, Android is cheaper.
Yeah, for the most part, except for the latest device are not. Okay, if you want to have if you buy the S8, it's not going to be cheaper than getting the iPhone 8.
No, I mean
it's going to cost as much.
The contract itself, usually you can take the $10 less contract and it works too.
Yeah.
So this is where it starts to place. And
so you're not an Apple fanboy.
No.
You would change anytime.
I'll take what suits me. I like how it looks like. It's a cute device. It's a beautiful device when you look at it.
Well, I got to say one thing. Okay, yes, the iPhone. It is true. The iPhone's a beautiful device. But look at this. It's a very nice device, also.
It's
a really nice device.
The design itself, the look, I prefer the iPhone.
You know what? I actually prefer mine.
I prefer this kind of brushed aluminum compared to this complete chain. The case like this look cheap aluminum. The look of it.
I don't agree.
Not the feel.
I don't agree.
Not the feel, but
I don't agree.
The look, it looks like plastic.
I think the Samsung phone is a great design.
We'll
talk about it for hours.
I'm not talking about how it is made. I'm talking about the look. This
is metal.
I'm sure this is, but this looks like plastic to me. From far away, this looks like plastic.
Apple fanboy.
But I'm not.
Next week we'll have Paul the cat.
I'm not sold to any. I'm not sold to any company.
No, I'm not sold to any company either.
Maybe.
But I got to say, the Samsung S7 is a great phone. It's a nice phone. I'm not saying it's not a phone. It's a beautiful phone. The iPhone's a beautiful phone also.
I'm only sold to PlayStation.
But oops. Okay. Okay. But if I buy a console, I tell you, I'm buying an Xbox. I don't want a PlayStation.
I don't have anything against Xbox.
I will buy an Xbox if I buy a console. I can tell you that.
I'm like PlayStation over the top, but Xbox, I still have a lot of esteem for it. It's not a fanboy case. It's just PlayStation, take my money. Xbox, I will think.
PlayStation, take my money. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But if you buy the Xbox One, I want to be here.
Hey, look, we'll do an unboxing together, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm really thinking about it. It's just the finances are a little tight, but let's try.
Think about it even more.
Think about it even more. What does that mean? What does that mean? So, anyways, so that's the good news. I think it's a good news for the Google Play Store, Android in general.
That's cool.
And really, really nice. And anything else you want to say?
Let me check quickly
add?
something. Whoops.
Quickly, something coming up.
Yes.
Somebody mentioned something in the chat about Yeah, no, that's the problem with most phones now, Wilfredo. Not replacing the battery, I gotta say, is a huge.
The next big revolution somewhere needs to be in battery. I'm sorry, but for how many decades didn't we see any upgrades in what batteries are?
I understand these things are thin.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be nice?
The battery technology itself.
Okay, say that the iPhone 8 would give you the possibility to swap batteries.
Yeah.
That kind of be cool.
Yeah.
You buy a second battery and you're like, okay, I'm okay for so long that it doesn't matter.
Like a Nokia.
You know, like the Nokia 3310. Yeah, you'll play Snake for a week. That's gonna be cool.
Something that is there anything that really?
Grateful Pearls says Gabriel is a fan of all the wrong things. Yeah. He's young. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, it depends on how much longer we've got. I've got a few other things, but
no, go on, man.
Could talk about the.
As long as you have enough time to cook your food while I'm setting up the Amiga for the retro gaming.
Well, we have about half an hour left then.
So that's all. Okay.
Well, I posted a video about it on my channel, but I want to talk about it here because not everyone subscribed to my channel, the Proud Geek channel, by the way.
What is your channel?
The Proud Geek.
Oh, really?
Search on your YouTube.
And what does it talk about? What does the Proud Geek talk about?
Everything about geek, except for technology and computers.
Okay.
So, for example, I talk about video games, gaming news every day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go watch Ghost in the Shell that's coming out in theaters. And I'm gonna do a review of it on my channel right after.
Okay.
These sorts of stuff.
Hey, by the way, I'm so sorry. I know I was supposed to watch on Netflix
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. I got stuck in something I didn't watch, which is OWA.
Okay. Better than getting stuck in traffic.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, my review of OWA after 3 episodes, the most boring, dumbass thing I've ever seen on Netflix. Okay, so I should have watched that. Tonight we are on the Amiga 500.
We are thinking about PS2 for the
But PS2, yeah, he's the one that has to work with that Amiga tonight.
You have to agree to me bringing it here.
Just do it and say next week is gonna be a PS2 and that's it.
Well, next week's
and I'll shut up. And I'll shut up.
All right, next week PS2.
You know I like taking decisions, but if you don't voice what you want to do, I'm gonna just take a decision.
Well, it's your home.
But it's okay.
Oh well.
So Amiga tonight and PS2 next week.
Yeah.
So that's official.
Yeah, I checked my games and I have a few that we could play, including at least 2 multiplayer one.
Okay.
And one that I don't remember the controls, and that my brother used to beat me all the time. So you have a chance.
We need at least a game, and every time we do something, we need at least one game that nobody knows the controls about, and that will be equal.
That's gonna be hard because
I know it's hard for you.
I played every game on PS2 I have at home. But it's gonna be something very simple. You have the camera buttons, left, right, and something else to fire.
Yeah.
Everybody understands that, even retarded people. So.
Are you sure?
We're gonna find out soon.
And now we have our retarded people.
Moment. Wanted to talk, just quickly about the first impression.
Oh yes, Maslow. That would be a great idea. Bauer is ColecoVision.
Oh yeah.
That is a great idea. Actually, you'll be here because I don't want to borrow it. If you're about to, bring your ColecoVision, you'll bring it over and you will be part of the gaming night. So, come on. And we need to have cartridges for his Atari 2600 that he's given me.
Yeah.
So yes.
DLC for Gravity Rush 2, which is called, like this little paper in the game told me, Another Story, The Arc of Time, Raven's Choice.
Okay.
It's a free DLC. Last around 2 to 3 hours. And like if you played the Gravity Rush games before, like the name implies, it's about the character of Ravens. And since it's free, I want to talk about it because I want to say, is it worth your time or not?
Okay.
And my take is, if you really like the game Gravity Rush, okay, yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
If you don't really mind, it's not worth it.
Okay.
Here it's because, the story about Raven, a character that looks badass and everything, that's the one you don't know anything about in the game. And now they have this DLC, and you learn her story, her past, what's going on with her, because at the end of the first game, you find out that she had a link with children clans, and you don't know what actually happened. So the story is kind of set between the two games, Gravity Rush 1 and 2. And like I said, the story is fun, but what is the big bummer? The gameplay is really, really crap. The fighting, it's crappy.
Okay.
As much as, with the character of Kat, the main character in Gravity Rush, she's agile, fighting goes really smooth, you can do combos, even when you're flying in the air, you can attack very easily your enemies. With Raven, who in the game looks kind of overpowered and badass, her actions are slow. And when you're fighting in the air, even if you're close to an enemy, like touching it literally, she always does this attack that requires her to set her foot in the right position, so like a long range attack. So even when you're touching the enemy, if she doesn't have time to set her foot, you just slip past it, and you're touching the enemy.
Okay.
And when you're like with 15 enemies attacking you at once, and you have to protect someone or something, this could be the difference between succeeding and failing, because you cannot land a F it when you are touching the enemy already. And so this is like where it really hurt me. I thought this would be, better than that.
Okay.
So fighting styles similar to what we found in the Gravity Rush game itself. Your gravity gauge, which actually tells you how long you can fly or control gravity, is lasts a lot less longer than with Kat, the main character. And on my channel, I gave the DLC itself a note of 5 out of 10 because the gameplay was so crappy. The story is really nice, but the gameplay is like, for the second half of the game, which is more fighting, I didn't have any fun playing it. At the end, what I only did was like, okay, I can take objects and throw it at the enemy. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the only thing that worked.
Okay.
So if you played Gravity Rush and you plan to do the DLC, ask yourself, do I really want to know Raven's story or not?
Okay.
If you don't really care, do something else with your 3 hours.
Okay.
That's my take on it. I really like the game, so I'm happy I learned the story about Ravens. But otherwise, if I didn't had like the game itself, I would have really think I lost my time.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
So Gravity Rush 2 DLC review. There is a full, longer review explaining everything.
Where do we see that?
On my channel, the Proud Geek channel.
Okay.
So you can check it out anytime.
Okay. Tim Robinson, it's funny because you've been giving some reference to UK, some UK kind of comedy stuff, and it's funny because I watch the IT Crowd, and there's so many reference of things that are very UK-ish, if we're gonna say it like that. And I remember when I was young seeing Dame Edna on the TV, and I always found Dame Edna so funny, just funny. So Grable Pearls wants to see a cooking with Chef Gabriel tonight.
Well, it could be done actually.
So, well, you know what? I'll okay. Well,
I'll tell you when I'm ready for it. But
okay, and I'll set up. And anyways, I have to make the shirt. Oh, Moss, yeah. Maurice Moss. I like that episode where they changed 911 to 047299940005. It's something like that. It's super long. It's like, oh yeah, that's an easy number to remember. Oh yeah, Dame Edna was so funny. I was young and my mother would like go onto the different cable channels and would stumble upon Dame Edna, and I was just like, well, we should say possums. Hey, you possums. Hello, possums. I like the way she said it. Hello, possums. It was like, okay.
Oh God.
Dame Edna was something, okay? I'm sure on YouTube there's something about that. We'll have to watch that. Dame Edna is just funny.
Okay.
And anyways, so
Anything
can you
else
still
you wanted
see
to tell
Gabe with a
us?
towel over his left arm serving Gilles some supper and a nice Bordeaux?
No, don't even think about it.
Well, you are serving food to people.
Okay.
So maybe one day you will have a towel.
All right.
And you will serve me a Bordeaux and ask me if it's good.
All right, then.
And I won't give you any tip because...
Go to where I work, go see the little lady you always repair a computer and ask if she wants to pay you supper, and I will serve you.
Well, let's not talk about that, please.
Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
So, before we start wrapping it up, anything you want to add?
Not really.
Want to talk?
Not really. Let's quickly just look if there's like some late, amazing news. Somebody mentioned there was a update to Windows today, maybe.
Yeah, there's nothing I really want to add. Nothing that's worth my time.
Okay, that's kind of a Okay. India gets its first gigabit per second broadband connection.
Okay, news just came out. Possibly a game of The Witcher 4. Nothing confirmed, but the developers are thinking about it.
Okay.
I didn't play
Microsoft announces the first cumulative update for the Creators Update and doesn't release it. What is that news? What's that news? 15.06.3.11 to the fast and slow ring.
One of Oculus founder, Palmer Luckey, is leaving Facebook. So he's leaving the company itself.
Oh, really?
Oculus founder. So
well, there was rumors, so...
Well, yeah, but now it's done. So that means it's only live John Carmack.
Okay, so they announced an update for... That's such a, whatever. So they announced an update, cumulative update, 15.063.11, but it was never released. Okay, that's kind of weird.
That's cool.
That's kind of weird. Okay. Apart from that, anything that you see in your news that's like the last minute? Hey, I was thinking about something. We were talking about Wednesday, the last deadline. How about we do it Thursday at noon? Because, okay, I was so last minute with all the stuff on OneNote that we share so that we have the show today. And I was like, okay, let's do a deadline at Thursday at noon.
Wow. Yeah.
But you know why? Well, because also I was thinking that, there might be that last minute news.
Yeah, and
that you want to talk about.
I like when a last minute news is not necessarily on our OneNote because we arrive with the kind of element of surprise after our main news that arrived.
Oh, I got a news.
Oh, what?
Tim, you've got a Windows 10 mobile phone. Anybody that has a Windows 10 mobile, Creators Update's coming on April 25th. That's news. April 25th. Wow. Samsung is preparing an estimated 20 million Galaxy S8 devices for its initial run.
Initial run?
20 million.
Initial run.
That is amazing.
So that means
they really think it's gonna sell.
That means you pre-order and there is no shortage.
And you know what?
That's what it means.
I actually got, maybe that's what they wanted, Fido. I got a text message telling me, hey, you want to have the Galaxy S8 when it comes out? And the first thing that was in the text message was, we'll forget about the penalty, and you can get it when it's released. And I gotta say, for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is so tempting suddenly. I can change my S7 to an S8.
Destiny 2 launching on September 8th for the gaming part. Oh, this one's interesting. I won't read it right now. talk about it maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
But UK game industry already feeling Brexit pinch.
Oh.
So I don't know what it talks.
There's a lot of things about Brexit that's happening.
Yeah.
It's you know.
The article is quite long. I won't read it all right now.
I want to have the Samsung 34-foot 4K display. Do you think it fits here?
34 foot.
34-foot display.
Well, if the screen folds, maybe it will go around the room.
You know, at 34 foot, I hope it's 8K, not even 4K.
Yeah.
Gildana, yeah, they're already working on Redstone 3. We know there's already internal builds of Redstone 3, Farney Jr. What else do we have here? Nothing special. Domino's Pizza using Starship robots. Sounds so futuristic. We'll use Starship robots to send pizza.
By the way, you can subscribe already to, by talking of futuristic, the game Futurama World of Tomorrow coming on mobile devices.
Okay.
You can subscribe to the game on the website.
Okay.
Which is like, what was the website? I don't remember. I think it's like You'll Play the Future or something like that.com.
Okay.
But if you subscribe right now, you will get free items in the game when it launches.
Okay. So, okay. Anything else on your side? Anybody has a question before we leave?
Not really.
It's like...
what is it? It's... What the website is... YouWillPlayFuturama.com. YouWillPlayFuturama.com. That they bought this domain.
And now Paul the Cat is going behind the scenes.
So it means we have
destroying the lighting system.
So it means we have to end this right now.
No, actually, it should be a little better. I've done it in a different way.
Okay.
It was really cool when they put the old TV screen on the wall with the holographic video demo a long time ago. There's a lot of stuff that's really cool. And Assassin's Creed, any update on Assassin's Creed? That's not your type of game, eh?
Nope, and there is nothing coming.
Hey, Paul the Cat. Paul the Cat.
I believe there is...
So you know you have one of your paws on... Anyways, I won't say it.
There is a movie coming, but there is no update whatsoever on Assassin's Creed in the last few months.
I got Mr. Paul's tail on my face. That sounds so weird. And, okay. He's decided that it's your turn. That's so cute.
I'm gonna have to prepare supper soon, so...
So, that's why he's here, because he's hungry. Anything before we leave? Come on. Be creative. Not too creative, but creative. It was nice to do this show again. It's always fun, you know what? I'm happy. Today, this week actually, I feel crappy and hangry. And, doing this show with him now, I feel zen suddenly. It's like, let's, sit in the grass and just enjoy the sunshine.
I don't know if I have anything on my hand, but he just keeps kind of trying to lick it.
Oh, man. Yes, we did see it. We're doing fine. Are you okay? Everything's all right? Your side? Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
When's your university ending?
In about 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. So, where can everybody watch us in about an hour from now?
So, at the Old Computer Museum, which is Old Computer, MUZM.
Can you type it in the chat?
I did already. You want to do your part, or Okay, no, Cat is there, so I'll do it. I'll do it again.
Well, take mine if you want.
I'll be happy to do it again.
There, if you want, take mine. The chat
please.
room is right here.
No, I know you young guys can't multitask. There. I understand you guys can't multitask.
No, you would be surprised what I can do with both hands.
That sounds so bizarre.
I know.
So bizarre.
That was the goal here.
Anyone wants to see what he can do with both hands? Let's move to porn.com/Gabe. So here we go. This is where we'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And by the way, for those, because I got 2 questions this week about What the hell does UTC mean next to the time? It's Universal Time. It's based on Greenwich Meridian, which is called, it's like the 0 meridian on Earth. And, it's like if we would
It's like time 0, so if you're...
It's like time 0.
If you are after, you are in the future. If you are before, you are in the past.
Anyway, so we're in the past, and they're in the future right now because they're in daylight savings times in the UK. So basically, we've gone into the future with our show.
Ooh,
that's something.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow. I like it when he has this gorilla hat. It's the old man just gonna have a heart attack or something.
But when Fries is like, oh no, I know how to do it. I know what people are looking for when they wake up. So the thing opens. Bathrooms are that way.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! So okay, if you don't like gaming.
Retro gaming is quite...
Retro gaming is pretty entertaining, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty entertaining.
So it's not just about gaming, it's about seeing me and him in competition,
and drunk.
Because we are in competition, even though we're just like trying to do our best.
I want to show you that I can beat you at the games you once were so successful.
I'm still master of the sumo wrestling, because I'm the only one that knows that I can push him off. And I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it.
You also once climbed over me, but that's another story.
That's weird. So, and Grateful Pearls wants to see a video of you in the kitchen tonight.
Yeah, I'll think about how I can do it, but yeah, we can do a little kitchen.
How about naked with just an apron? I'm not going to film. I'll leave the camera there. You just do what you want.
If you were a girl, I wouldn't mind.
But our video of your craft dinner cooking was kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
I gotta say. And we got like thumbs down, many thumbs down of people saying, what the hell is that? I'm pretty sure a lot of people said, what the hell is that doing in the Windows channel?
Yeah,
probably. Who cares? Man, this is what life is about. So, take care, everyone. Thanks for being here. It was so cool.
Yeah, that's
Merci, Gabriel.
Merci à toi.
And merci, tout le monde. Thank you, everyone. 7:30, about an hour and 10 minutes from now. Retro gaming on Amiga 500 that I do have to set up. So I'll be like in really high gear. While he's doing, what are you doing tonight? Curry chicken or something?
It's Japanese curry.
Japanese curry with rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are plenty of stuff in there. Naming it all will take like 20 minutes.
Okay. So we'll be eating that really quickly, even maybe during the show. And we'll be doing some retro gaming on the Old Computer Museum. Hey, thank you, everyone. Really nice to have everybody on board. Please think about donations. If you do donations on my Patreon or on my PayPal, you know what? What you could do is say, hey, I'm doing this, and I want this part to go to the Old Computer, what the hell? To From the Couch Show, and I will be sure to send From the Couch into its own account. Thank you, everybody. It was nice to be here. We're here every Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 hours UTC, 9 p.m. in the UK, cool. I believe. And a little late in Europe, but not too bad. Not too bad, if you're a night owl, a little bit, just a little bit. And thanks, everybody. You know what? You guys are fantastic. I mean, we've got a fantastic chat room. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, it's always cool.
Hey, Arkelio Rodriguez, we didn't say hello to you. Nice to have everybody here. See you soon. The next shows for me, Saturday, shortwave show, 2000 hours UTC, 4 p.m. Eastern. Next week, we have the Tech Show, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1900 hours UTC on Tuesday. We answer your questions. Windows Insider Hour at 6 p.m. Eastern, 2200 hours UTC. Of course, From the Couch next week. Take care. We love you.
And he loves you too.
Oh, of course. He loves everybody. He just doesn't notice that he's like going around the world right now. So take care all. Love you. Bye.
See ya.